The following is a WLEN Sports special presentation. Adrian Maple football is on the air. Tonight, the Maples are at home against the Fenton Tigers. Brought to you on WLEN by TC3, First Federal Bank, McDonald's, the Sports Hut in Tecumseh, Shoemaker Heating and Plumbing, Cutler Dickerson Company, Lenawee Tire and Supply Company, also by Alpha Coney Island, Dr. Michael Diamond, Energy Automotive, Stevenson Lumber, International Diamond and Gold, Lenco Credit Union, Safeway Moving and Storage, Witcher Plumbing and Heating, and by Dr. Maxwell Bone and Joint Medical Center. Now to the stadium with John Kane and Pat Hayes.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Maple Stadium. He approaches the ball, and there's the kick, a good end-over-end kick, and it'll be into the end zone and an automatic touchback. So we'll see what the Maples can do from the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. That one got excellent carry. It probably carried 8 yards deep into the end zone. Absolutely no question about that one. Maples come out. It'll be Hunter Hayes, of course, at quarterback. Isaac Graylis in there at the Wildcat. Both of these teams run very similar offenses. Going in motion is Perez. And here on the option, the pitch coming back to Graylis, looking to turn the corner, cuts it up inside. Couldn't find much of an opening as he crossed the 20-yard line. Got to the 22 to bring up 2nd down. That is the first time that the Maples have run the option here this year. Maples are back up to the line. They've got Hamden split to the near side, a slot to the far side of the field. It'll be Perez in the slot. Gashi split wide to the far side. That's the wide side. Maples going left to right on the dial here in the first quarter. Hayes takes the snap, back to pass, looking. He wants to go deep down the sideline to Hamden. He can't hang on. I think the ball would have been out of bounds. Hamden turned around, could not come up with a football. It was on the mark, but he was backpedaling, and I don't believe, even if he made the catch, he would have gotten both feet in bounds. So now the Maples will look at a 3rd down, and 8 to go here on the first possession of the game. Hayes got pretty good protection that time to go deep to Hamden. Same formation for the Maples, slot to the far side of the field. And Hayes back to pass again. This one on the screen over the middle, and unfortunately, they don't catch the first man. Joshua Perez runs right into the defender as he comes across the middle of the field. He's brought down after just a 2-yard gain. So the Maples will give it up on downs on their opening possession. They'll go 3 and out, and it'll be Lofton to kick the ball away for Adrian. And a flag goes down. This is probably against the Maples. Back to receive as she goes, and it's a illegal procedure penalty against Adrian. So that'll move the ball back to the 19-yard line. And that's where the Maples will kick. She goes to standing at midfield. Fenton looking to get excellent field position on their opening possession of the game. There's the kick. It's an end-over-end kick heading to the far sideline. Takes a little bit of an Adrian roll and will roll out of bounds at the Fenton 41-yard line. So not too bad when you consider the roll there. The punt actually going 41 yards for Lofton. So Fenton will start 1st and 10 at their own 41. It'll be Claiborne at the quarterback spot. Joe Bennett is the running back. They go with a slot to both sides of the field. Near side is the wide side for Davidson. He rolls that way, throws out in the flat. That one is caught. The catch is made. Scott Lucas. He's going to get, we're going to call it 5 to the 46-yard line. So it's a quick passing offense. And again, Claiborne has got him up. Lucas in motion. He goes out to the wide side this time, looking, throws out in the flat. That one is caught again by Lucas, and they have a first down at the Adrian 39-yard line. They're quickly up to the field. It goes from the 46 to the 39, and it is a 15-yard pickup. Mendez on the stop, but not before Lucas with his second grab. Good for 15 yards. He's got 2 catches for 20. Lucas in motion to the near side. Here's Claiborne back to pass, rolling near side. He'll fire it out to Lucas again, breaks the tackle at the 35. He was able to break the tackle by Mendez. Carries it inside the 35. Lofton finally makes the stop down to the 33. Check it, 34. 5-yard pickup. All of them to Lucas. And it's a 1st and 10. Or 2nd and 5, I should say. Here's the pitch. Shigas, he's got a block inside the 30 to 25, down the far sideline. Finally banged out of bounds. Perez knocked him out. It's a first down to the 16-yard line. So that was a pickup of 18 and another first down. From the 16-yard line, here's the handoff inside. Running room for Trent Grimes. Grimes is a big one at 6'1", 195. And they carry from the 19 all the way down to the 10-yard line. Their first running play, and that's a pickup of 9 yards. And here, once again, Claiborne out in the flat and unable to hang on to the football there was Grimes, their first incompletion of the drive. It'll be 3rd down now and 3 from the 10-yard line. Check it, 3rd and 4, I should say, from the 10. Back to pass, Claiborne again. This time he gets pressure, he rolls, fires into the corner of the end zone. It's caught by Shigos for the score. It goes 10 yards for the touchdown. He was able to elude the pressure from Jarrell Parrish. Got around him. Once he got there, Shigos was open in the end zone for 10 yards and the score. And Fenton is on top first by the count of 6-0, and now we're going to have the try for the point down on the field. Here's Pat Hayes.
All right, Shigos will try the point after. His holder is James Claiborne. And now we have a whistle, and we have a penalty marker down. And apparently it's going to be called against Fenton. Illegal procedure is a call, so that'll be a 5-yard walk-off. So they'll do it 5 yards deeper. 6-0 our score. Fenton on top, just underway here at Maple Stadium. 8 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. All right, Mitch Shigos getting ready to kick again. He was good in practice. Here's the snap. It's a low one. Here's the kick. It's partially blocked by the Maples. It's no good. So we have a timeout on the field with 8 minutes and 21 seconds to go in the quarter. Our score, it's Fenton 6, Adrian nothing. We'll be back with the Fenton kickoff right after this on 103.9 WLEN.
Are your brakes making noise when you come to a stop sign? Do you hear that grinding sound? You need to bring your car or light truck to Lunaway Tire and Supply Company in Adrian for their brake special for just $89 per axle. Get original equipment equivalent pads that will make your vehicle's braking system just like new. This offer ends October 29th, so call and make your appointment today. Hardware and rotors are extra if needed. Call now and get that peace of mind knowing you and your family are safe. Lunaway Tire and Supply Company, 1222 East Maumee Street in Adrian.
Don't miss a second of the Adrian Maples football action on 103.9 WLEN.
Well, it doesn't take the Tigers long as they strike on their opening drive, 59 yards in 6 plays. 5 of the 6 plays were through the air. Once again, Mendez and Grayless back to receive. This time it's a lower kick. Grayless fields it at the 1-yard line. 10, 15 to the 20, 25, trying to bounce to the outside, breaks the tackle, stepped out of bounds as he broke a tackle at the 27-yard line. Let's go down on the field. We'll check in with Pat Hayes.
A nice run there by Gradeless. Followed his blockers perfectly and got maximum yardage on that kickoff return. So the Maples will have it for their second possession. First down and 10 yards to go from their own 27-yard line. Let's see if they can get some offense going here now.
Hayes will bring him up, trips to the far side, the wide side of the field. Hamden split to the near side. From the Wildcat, they'll give it off to Grayless. He breaks a tackle, gets it across the 25, but will lose yardage. He might have gotten back. Well, I think they're going to mark him back to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play for Grayless to bring up second down. That's one thing for Fenton to move the ball through the air against the Maples, but defensively, they're bottling up Adrian right now. Maples went 3 and out in their first possession, picking up only 2 yards. They've run 4 offensive plays and have just 2 yards to show for it. Now the Maples will go with a splat to both sides of the field. Grayless breaks from the Wildcat into the regular spread. Back to pass, Hayes over the middle. He wanted that one. The pass was intended for Nick Campbell. And Campbell couldn't hang on. And the incompletion will bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for Adrian, as they look for a way to pick up their first down of the game. The second half, especially the third quarter, was a problem for Adrian in that the defense was on the field way too often. Slot to both sides of the field for Hayes. He's back to pass, rolling, looking, dumps it off. That one is caught by Perez, but he won't pick up the first down. He gets it out to the 34-yard line. That's a gain of only 7 and bring up 4th down for the Maples. We're going to go back down on the field, and here's Pat Hayes.
Yeah, John, those interior linemen there for Fenton, 215, 240, and 295. That's how big they are down there in front.
Once again, Lofton will kick. There's the kick, and might have been partially blocked, and it's going to roll out of bounds just across the midfield stripe. So after getting 41 yards on his first kick, his second one is decidedly much shorter than that, as it only goes for about 19 yards, and Fenton will take over in great field position, 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 6:49 to play in the opening quarter, and the Tigers already lead the Maples by the count of 6-0. Here's Claiborne, and he sends Lucas in motion. Hand off to Lucas, looking to turn the corner, gets it across midfield. They're going to hit the Maples with a face mask penalty right at the midfield stripe, and they'll tack on some additional yardage from there. He's run out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. That would be a pickup of 5 if they tack it on from that point, which they will. That'll be a 15-yard walk-off, and that'll give them a first down deep in Adrian territory now. Second penalty on the Maples for 20 yards. Moves the ball all the way down to the Maple 33-yard line. 1st and 10. In the spread, here's Claiborne. The lone setback is Grimes, and again Lucas goes in motion to the far side where they'll have trips. He wants to go weak side. Now he'll step up on the run, and we've got another quarterback in the lineup now. That is Connor Davidson, the senior. Claiborne ran the offense in the first series, and now Davidson in there quarterbacking. And he goes from the 33, run out of bounds at the 29-yard line to bring up second down. Pickup of 4, and Davidson's first carry of the game. 2nd and 6 from the 29 in the Wildcat. And they'll hand it off, and the Maples this time will bury Grimes in the backfield for a loss. Adrian looking for that one all the way. The straight handoff to Grimes. They've used that very little. Mostly they're throwing the football. He'll lose a yard back to the 30-yard line to bring up 3rd down now and 7 to go. That is the first negative play for the Maples here in the game. From the 30, Davidson back, looking. Now he'll roll to the near side. Now he wants to run. He's to the 30, the 25, and the 20, and the 15 before he finally runs out of bounds. Saw the opening, coming back to the weak side against the Maples, and he goes 15 yards for a first down, make it 16 down to the 14-yard line, and Davidson is in business once again. 1st and 10 at the Maple 14. Davidson quickly over to the sideline to get some words from the officials. Lucas now changes it up, moves to trips to the far side of the field. They're going right to left on the dial. Here's Davidson. There's a little dump off screen to Grimes. He looks for some running room in the open field, gets it across the 15, back to about the line of scrimmage, so they don't pick up anything on that one. That is the first pass actually on this drive that they've completed for no gain. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10 now from the 14. Davidson slot to both sides of the field now against the Maples. Grimes alone, setback. Lucas in motion to the short side. Back to pass, looking, steps up now. Backside, the Maples trying to pick him up. They can't. He fires into the corner. It's caught for a touchdown. Mendez was Mendez trying to reach his hand in there to bat it down, but it goes 14 yards for the touchdown to Damon Thomas, and Fenton scores again via the pass. That is Thomas's first catch of the game, and now it looks like since they missed the extra point, they're going to go for 2 here. Here is Davidson rolling to the far side, looking. Now he steps up. He wants to run it himself. Does he dive? He gets in for the 2-point conversion. With 5:03 to play here in the first quarter, we've got a timeout on the field to score. It's Fenton 14, Adrian nothing. We'll be back with the Tigers kickoff right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com.
103.9 WLEN temperature check. We've got Chelsea 79, Dundee 83, 80 degrees in Adrian. Keep Lenawee County's award-winning radio station, 103.9 WLEN, on at home, at work, and in your car.
Energy Automotive Systems in Adrian is proud to support high school athletics and hope you enjoy tonight's game. Energy Automotive Systems is a division of Plastic Omnium Group, a multinational company, and is the largest fuel system supplier in the world. The Adrian facility has 280 employees and provides plastic fuel systems for Chrysler, General Motors, and Ford. The Adrian plant is the largest facility within the Energy Automotive System division. They take pride in supporting the local community and making Lenawee County a better place. Again, enjoy the game, sponsored in part by Energy Automotive Systems.
Back over to the broadcast crew for more Adrian football on 103.9 WLEN.
The Fenton kickoff goes into the end zone once again for an automatic touchback. So the Maples will start at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Once again, it takes the Tigers just 6 plays to score, as they go 53 yards in 6 plays, most of it coming on the ground this time, but it was the 14-yard pass to Thomas that got the touchdown, and the Maples are down 14-0. Here is Hunter Hayes in the Wildcat. Parrish coming in motion near side, bring trips to the near side of the field. Back to pass, Hayes looking, stepping up, runs out of the pocket, 20, 25, 30. He's to the 35, the 40-yard line before he runs out of bounds. They'll mark him all the way up to the 42-yard line, so the Maples pick up their first down of the game on a 22-yard pickup by Hunter Hayes. Couldn't find a man open, and then he took off on the scramble. See if that can spark the Maple offense, as they've gone 3 and out so far in their first 2 possessions of the game. Slot to the near side of the field. Hamden is split wide to the far side, the short side. On the option, pitch back to Gradless. He turns the corner, 45. Run out of bounds just shy of the midfield stripe. He'll go to the 48, pick up 6, bring up 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 from the Maples from their own 48-yard line. Fenton striking quickly, leading 14-0, scoring on their first 2 possessions of the game. Slot near side. Hamden split wide to the far side. Wildcat. Give it to Grayless straight ahead off midfield. Cuts to the outside 45, 40. Down the far sideline. Run out of bounds as he's banged out inside the 30-yard line all the way down to the 28. That's a 24-yard pickup by Grayless. Down to the 28-yard line and a first down. Grayless' best run of the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Maples. At the Fenton 28-yard line. Trips to the near side of the field. Again, Hamden to the short side. And back to pass. Hayes looking. He's got time. Couldn't find a man. Now he finally gets it out. Here is Perez, rather. He'll get it down to the 21-yard line. That's a pickup of 7. And first pass thrown on this particular drive. And that is the second catch by Perez. Both of them good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 for the Maples from the 21. We're going to get a timeout. 4:13 to play first quarter. 14-0 Fenton. We'll be back right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLAN and WLAN.com.
Alpha Coney Island has great start breakfast values every day, Monday through Friday from 6:30 a.m. till 11 a.m. If you want a light breakfast, try the Good Start. Oatmeal, fresh fruit, and toasted bagel with cream cheese for just $4.99. Or the fresh fruit breakfast with 2 eggs, choice of meat, fresh fruit, and toast for just $4.99. How about the cinnamon grill? 2 slices of cinnamon French toast, 1 egg any style, and your choice of meat, just $4.99. They're delicious. Alpha Coney Island is located on South Main Street across from the courthouse. Make Alpha Coney Island your first stop in the morning.
Now back to the field for Adrian football.
Maples are up to the line. They're waiting for Fenton. Fenton is the one that called the timeout. 4:13 here in the first quarter. 14-0. Fenton with the lead. Trips to the far side of the field for the Maples, the wide side. They're going left to right of the dial here. Hamden is split wide to the near side. Grayless in the Wildcat with Hayes. Again, the option. They'll pitch it out to Hayes. 20, 15, and he's banged out of bounds. He has the first down close to the 10-yard line. They'll run him out at the 11-yard line. That's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for the Maples. Maples finding some room now running the football. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Fenton 11-yard line. Slot to the far side of the field. Hamden to the near side. And they give it off to Grayless, looking for running room straight ahead. Not much there. They're going to bring him down for no gain on the play. Maples tried to find something straight ahead that time. They've been working mostly the edges of the field. No gain to bring up 2nd down and 10 from the 11-yard line. Seeing what the Maples can come up with here. They're going to go with straight trips now to the wide side, the far side of the field. From the Wildcat once again. Hayes looking to the sideline now. They may decide to change the play up. And now Fenton, I think, or who does? Yeah, Adrian had to take a timeout. They were going to get a penalty. We'll be back right after the Maple timeout here on 103.9 WLAN and WLAN.com.
Stevenson Lumber is your hometown Anderson window dealer. If you are thinking of new windows, Stevenson Lumber offers the Anderson High Performance Low E and Low E4 Smart Sun Glass that insulates so well, it greatly improves the energy efficiency of your windows and patio doors over ordinary dual pane glass. In this day of high energy costs, these Smart Sun Glass windows and patio doors will save you money. Come home to Anderson at Stevenson Lumber, corner of Michigan and Division Streets in Adrian. Quality and service since 1873.
It's Adrian High School football on 103.9 WLEN.
3 minutes, 23 seconds to play here in the first quarter. It's Fenton 14 of the Adrian Maples nothing. The Maples have a 2nd and 10 from the Fenton 11-yard line. Critical that they get some points out of this. Last week against Airport, they recovered a fumble at the Jets' 15-yard line, leading by 5 in the fourth quarter. Could have wrapped up the ball game and failed to do so. Here's Hayes, straight back to pass. Pretty decent protection out in the flat. Throws it right in the hands of the interception. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30-yard line. Isaiah Miller, he was looking for Gradeless, and he threw it right into the hands of Miller at the 5-yard line. Let's get out of the field now to Pat Hayes.
Great defensive work there by Miller, as Gradeless was wide open down around the 5-yard line, but the defensive play there by Miller negated that, and now Fenton has the ball back. 1st and 10, 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. It's Fenton 14, Adrian nothing.
Fenton has it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Maple defense has yet to stop them. Back in at the quarterback spot is Davidson. We get a whistle at the line of scrimmage, a flag down. It's going to be procedure against Fenton. Their second penalty for 10 yards. It's now 1st and 15 from the 26, and they'll hand it off to Grimes. Not much there. The Maples have been able to do a pretty decent job to shut off the run. Parrish with the stop, and he goes from the 26 out to the 27, gets just a yard to bring up 2nd and 14. So they've done a pretty good job on Grimes, who has just 6 yards on 3 carries. They have not been able to stop the pass. Back to pass, looking, pressure, steps up. Oh, he runs right past the Maple defender, weaving his way, and they finally catch up to Davidson around the 29-yard line. The Maples had some chances in the backfield, couldn't corral him. He gets 2 to bring up 3rd down now, and 12. Marvin on the stop for Adrian. The Maples have their first decent defensive opportunity here. 3rd and 12 from the 29-yard line. Slot to both sides of the field for Davidson. He's straight back to pass, rolling, throws out in the flat, incomplete. Pretty good defensive coverage there for the Maples. I believe that was on the coverage was Daniel Schmaw for Adrian. And for the first time tonight, the Maples forced Davidson to punt on a 3-and-out. It's just unfortunate that they couldn't have gotten points in that last possession, throwing a pick at the 5-yard line. 2:07 to play first quarter, 14-0 Fenton. Hamden is back to receive the kick. Snap is clean, and the kick is end over end, and it's going to roll out of bounds. The Maples will have decent field position, their best of the game so far, around the 33-yard line. So we'll see if the offense can get it going again after getting the ball down to the Fenton 11-yard line, only to turn it over on an interception. Maples will have it 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Still in first quarter action here with 2 minutes to play. 14-0, Fenton with the lead. Maples come out, slot to the near side, the wide side of the field. Gradeless there in the straight spread. And now it's back to pass. They'll throw it over the middle, looking for Campbell. He'll get it to the 35-yard line, maybe a couple of yard pickup. They had put Perez in motion. We'll give him a couple to the 35-yard line. That is Campbell's first catch. I think it's his first catch of the season. 2nd down and 8 from the 35. Slot near side again. Gradeless in the Wildcat behind Hayes. Back to pass again. Out in the flat. This is Perez. Pulled down at the 40-yard line. He gets it to the 41. Still shy of the first down as it's a pickup of just 6. Reynolds on the stop for Fenton. So the Maples at the 41 have a 3rd down and 3, a crucial 3rd down to keep possession of the football. Trips to the far side of the field. That's the wide side for Adrian. Hayes, option. Here it comes to Grayless. First down at the 45, midfield stripe, and he's knocked out of bounds. He gets it out to the 48-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup and a 1st and 10 for Adrian, their 4th of the game. 1st and 10 at the 48. Hamden will split to the near side. He almost always comes to the short side of the field. Slot to the far side, the wide side. Campbell working as a tight end comes in motion now to the short side. And we got movement by the Maple line. That'll be a procedure call. The offense can't afford mistakes like this. They're having enough trouble getting points on the board. So now that'll move the ball back to the 47-yard line. 3rd penalty on the Maples for 25 yards, and they'll look now at, got 2nd down on there on the down marker. That should be a 1st down. It's 1st and 15 for the Maples. Now they change it. Trips to the far side of the field. They've got Grayless in the straight spread. Hayes back to pass. Steps up, big traffic, bounces out, over the middle's got his man. I believe that's Gashi. He's close to the 1st down. Gashi in a curling route. They'll mark him a yard shy at the 39-yard line. So that's a pickup of 14 to bring up 2nd down now for the Maples. That is Gashi's. That may be Gashi's first catch of the season. I'm not sure on that. I think he did catch one last week too, as Pat Hayes had just told me. So it's 2nd down and a yard to go, and I think they're going to let the clock wind out. So that's going to end the 1st quarter. The score is Fenton 14 and the Adrian Maples nothing. We'll be back with 2nd quarter action right after this timeout here on 103.9 WLAN and WLAN.com.